What? Watch the tram car, please. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Samboner Show. I'm your host, Samboner Mick, as always, alongside Mr. Colin Thompson. What's going on, Colin?
We're jacked up today. Mick and I were just talking pre-recording. We should have recorded the pre-show because that's just as fun.
Really should have.
As the week moves along, Mick and I just get a little maybe thirstier for an adult beverage and also more excited for the weekend. Mickey's heading up to Williamsport. I always screw that
Cooperstown.
up. Cooperstown. Why do I say that? Cooperstown. I'm in Annapolis this weekend. We're talking all things Wildwood. Couldn't be happier, Mickey. I'm jacked up.
Absolutely. School is out, my brother. I actually had a few too many drinks last night, to be honest with you. I don't know what got into me. I don't know. I really don't. We were just hanging out.
Drinking?
We were grilling. I poured myself a little Tito's and soda. Never killed anybody. But, the older you get, Colin, I'm starting to pay the piper a little bit, especially on a Wednesday night going into Thursday. I wake up and the trash cans are out on the street. And I said, why the hell are the trash cans on the street? I had the kid take the trash cans out on a non-trash can night. So I'm the only house with trash cans out there right now. But that's all right. Trash can night is tonight.
We are going to clip that for social media. That's unbelievable.
But yeah, man, school is out. Time to fire up the bus, heading to Cooperstown, heading to the shore. All things Wildwood today. Man alive, doesn't get any better. Before we jump into that, though, Colin, big shout out to you and your team, Not For Long Media. Big shout out to our good friends, the original Fudge Kitchen, shipping fudge all over the country, people.
Damn right.
Vanilla, peanut butter. Get your fudge on. Another big shout out to our good friends of the Samboner Show, McGerks, Horsham, McGerks, Fort Washington. Just had McGerks on Wednesday. My buddy Brian and I posted up. He had the Nashville chicken hot. I went with the chicken cheesesteak fried uns. Dude, fabulous.
Our location episode there, and if those want to check it out, they love the McGerks and Horsham. And first of all, that's the bar of the week. I got to dial that up. That's a beautiful bar. Like, if you're a fan of just going to bars and restaurants, like, that's a beautiful place. The service is great. Yeah, again, they're friends of the show.
Was that like our live show? Like, that was like probably like our third or fourth episode, fifth episode.
Yeah.
So we tore it up that day. Holy shit.
They good, but everything's good. Like, the food it's like a higher end bar food, right? A little TLC is put into it, and it's really good.
Real good stuff. And last but not least, a big special thanks to Steak 'em Up in Wildwood. This show is presented to you by Steak 'em Up, right on 1700 Boardwalk. Dude, they open at 8 a.m., deliver throughout the entire island. Ready for this, Samboners? You ready for this? Home of the best breakfast pizza. The best breakfast pizza. Wrap your hands around that. Let's wake up at 8 a.m. and order a breakfast pizza, why don't we?
Or if you're really hurting, get a cheesesteak with some eggs on it.
There you go, baby.
That's a veteran move. We're going to talk about, again, all things Wildwood. But you can make the argument that the pizza alone in Wildwood, like Portnoy talks about pizza capitals and all this stuff, but one of the capitals of New Jersey, pizza. Wildwood's got amazing pizza.
Oh, my God, yeah. I mean, the two you think of right out of the gate, right? Sam's, Max. Or Max.
They're unreal.
I'm a Sam's guy.
I mean, they're both great. I don't know. I whack them both down. That's one of those places where you go and you bring a pie home. Always.
Oh, without a doubt.
Always, right?
Like same thing. You go to Ocean City, you get the Mac and Mancos or the Mac and Max, or whatever. Manco now. Exactly. You could crush a whole pie to yourself.
No doubt. And the funny thing is, I did the same thing in Angelo's when I went to Speak Temple football team, and I did the Sambone of John's roast pork, and then Angelo's. I'm like, my wife's going to be, I need to bring a pizza home. And I came in with the pizza reeking all over the freaking train station. People are like patting me on the back. They're like, great move. I'm like, oh, thanks. Sorry if it smells. They're like, no, give me a slice. And they were kidding. But that's the Jersey Shore, though, as we get in there. And Mick and I are going to talk a lot about culture down there. And I spent a lot of time down there growing up in Cape May. The Fudge kitchens are there. Mick's going to get into all that. But like, family, friends, Wildwood's massive, right? This episode, we're going to try to bang through it as quick as we can. But, I just remember as a kid, Mick, like getting the fudge from Fudge Kitchen, and like when you first got into town, I would stay at my buddy's house on 13th Street, 13th and Beach on that side right there, right on the beach, pretty much. They would rent every year one of the upper level, not condo, whatever condos, and we'd walk down right away. My buddy and I, for his mom, she'd give us like $20. We go down, we get fudge for the week. And then when you leave, she'd give you $20 and you get fudge for the week at home. So it was like a double dip of fudge. And then the same thing with pizza, right? They give you $20. Hey, go get pizza tonight for the family. It's pizza night. Like that's what I remember. And I'll get into some more stories, but I want to kick it over to you. You have a ton, but just the hug the place gives you, because you know so many people. It's so big and it's dynamic for sure. There's a lot to do in Wildwood.
Nah, and that's it, man. This is a loaded episode, but I think, again, this is more just keeping it lighthearted, sharing our experiences, highlighting some places, especially those who support the Samboner Show. Can't thank everybody enough for all their love and support. But with that said, hopefully you're listening to this episode. But once you do arrive to Wildwood or wherever your destination may be, drop your cell phone, because all those fine memories that we're about to share, we didn't have no fucking iPhone in our hand, Samboners. But man alive, like, yeah, dude, like the first thing that pops out of my mind is one of the best memories I had growing up as a kid, going to Wildwood. That's where most of my childhood memories took place, heading to the Jersey Shore. We had these Bohannon reunions, right? Like, we got to get the reunion scene back, especially in Wildwood. There was nothing better. So shout out to the Bohannons, my dad's mom's family. They had these Bohannon reunions, Colin. We would like basically rent out the entire, I think it was called the American, right at the very beginning of the boardwalk. And then we would go on the beach and they would have all these games lined up for us. Egg toss, beanbag race, the 2-ankle, what do you call it? Like, you had the partners where you would tie each other's ankles together. Yeah. The one-legged race, pretty much. And then just all types of other like obstacles and relay races, and just a ton of fun. All the uncles, cousins, they sat on the beach, they drank their Budweiser cans, and they just peppered the kids with a lot of fun. And then, later that night, everything would settle back to the hotel. All the uncles and cousins would bust out their guitars, and we'd be just singing like all kinds of Irish tunes and just, family sing-alongs. And again, these guys would just be drinking Budweisers, let the kids go loose. We'd be up on the boardwalk till 10:30, 11 at night. No parental supervision whatsoever. Like, it just didn't get any better than those 80s. So again, I can't preach it enough. I know I'm a culprit of, social media and always having my phone in my hand. But when you get to the fucking shore, check your phone at the door and go make the memories that we want to share here today. Because there's nothing better, man. Like the boardwalk, dude. Fucking growing up on the boardwalk, the Wildwood boardwalk, does it get any better? Like the first thing you think of is, shout out Jay Barnes, Jay Bird, boat tag. The Barnes family, they were running that boat tag for like 25, 30 years. Unfortunately, I believe this is the first year boat tag isn't on the boardwalk. You can hear like the shots fired from like blocks away. The gas is fuming, like if you're not going to get a nice big bucket of balls and shoot those tanks, like, you're not living life to the full.
You're not living. No, but it's a great point, dude. Like, the boardwalk as a kid, I remember, I would pack my clothes, right, as like an 8th grader or 7th grader, 9th grader, and it'd be like CB East basketball camp. It'd be like anything to show where I'm from, like CYO Romans football. And it was like, just like impress a girl or whatever it was, like impress the boys. Like, I just remember those distinct things, like going down there and then coming back for football practice and being so out of shape after spending a week there. And, walking to, we would drive down, my buddy's family would take us to church at Wildwood Catholic. And just being honest, like, I was uncomfortable. I'm Catholic, wasn't really raised practicing. So I would be nervous going into church. Like, what am I doing? Like, but the mass or whatever would be like 15 minutes, like, it'd be like a joke. So I just remember a lot. And then being down at Cape May, coming over to Wildwood, all the time, spending a ton of time at Crest Tavern, having lunch there. Love that. Training wise for me, the Swan Savage pool there in Wildwood Crest, did a ton of swimming and training there. Then going over as a family, like Easter, we go down to Cape May, and then Easter Sunday, look for something different. We would go over to the Icona Beach Bar. We're going to talk about that today. What a great!
Do you remember Zabers?
No.
Like when you walk in, like it was one of the craziest experiences ever. I don't know why my dad and whoever just like they took us there all the time. It was like I think it was like eating in a Christmas tree. It was just filled with all these ancient artifacts, but it was like the wildest place, but like one of the best, like most kid friendliest places you could go to as a kid. I'll never forget Zaberers. That just goes to show you how far. Fuck, I'm old. God damn it.
I mean, dude, it's just I go to Beach Bar though, folks. Mixing again that check that spot out. It's a really good spot. Wow, where Crest is cool. People call it like an extension to Cape May. And then the other part, I know I bring up Cape May all the time, but all my friends down there, the locals that are teachers, football coaches, lifeguards, bartenders that are there year round. I mean, they're constantly at Dogtooth, constantly at Mudhen. Wildwood's Barbecue. Shout out to our boys that were on last week. I mean,
oh my God.
Just killer. There's a lot. The food in Wildwood's legit. The food in South, like deep South Jersey, there's not a ton like where we're from in Bucks. But if you find it, the Italian restaurants, the pizza, obviously the barbecue, the wings. I love it, man.
I caught up with Jason Brewis. He's one of the owners of Dogtooth Bar and Grill. Dogtooth, great spot. There's a ton of good spots, and we'll get into that in a second. But I was kind of just he's born and raised in Wildwood, has lived there his entire life, and I was just kind of like digging into him a little bit. Like, what's it like growing up in Wildwood? What's it like, being in Wildwood, looking back at those quote unquote Wildwood days till now, and like the picture he painted really was. Not much has changed, right? No. Maybe like the crime has changed here or there, or a flux of people, coming in and out of there. But at the end of the day, he put it like this: it's like I'm like the mayor of the reunions, right? Because every high school reunion is usually taking place in Wildwood. So like a friend from each high school would come down, hey, keep an eye on my kid, and they would all be piling up the Keenans and the flip flops of the world. But, at the end of the day, it's like it's a town filled with all different people from all different types of neighborhoods, mostly Philadelphia and the surrounding area.
Yeah. I got some good memories, too. Again, taking the boat up, pull the boat up to the wharf, wave runners, and then go past the wharf, go to Lazy Bass, both under the two bridges there, the middle bridge and the north bridge, heading to Wildwood. So, yeah, man, it's got a lot to offer. A cool little place that we don't talk about a lot and people don't talk about a lot is West Wildwood. Everyone's like, what's that? West Wildwood Saloon tucked in the back. There's a really good spot. There's like
sleeper alert.
It's a sleeper. We tried to get in there during COVID and everyone looked at us like we had four heads. Like, what are you doing here? I was like, this is locals, but it's cool. And they got great food, like unreal. It's like, so that's another spot.
Dude, when I was 21, we rented a place there for the summer. But I was a caddy at, Philmont Country Club. So like we talked about before we fired this up, my weekends were Sunday night, Monday night. Cause in the country club world, Mondays, golf courses were shut down. Tuesdays were kind of slow days. If you maybe catch a senior here and there and, carry a fucking 75-pound brick for some 85-year-old guy with gigantic balls. That's the life I lived. At the end of the day, get back there Wednesday and grind your way all the way through the Sunday. So I was like a post weekender, but we were like I think we were right on 26th Street. So our go-to bar was called the Poplar Cafe. I do not believe the Poplar Cafe is there anymore, but it was just a total fucking drunk fest. And they let anybody walk in that door. You didn't need to be 21. You didn't need an ID back then, which is crazy to see. But it was filled with a lot of guys that were, mostly Irish dudes, just looking to get drunk and get in fights afterwards. Dude, this house, honestly, when I was 21, this house went up in flames. Like, I think we were evicted, like right towards the end. And then a cop came busting down. Like, you guys, too many noise violations. Time to pack up your bags. Time to get the fuck out of here. I think I remember looking at the cop going, take me. I'm out. It's been one hell of a summer. We got to move on. I think I got pulled over heading down 55 on the way home that day too. But it was just a sign of, just a wild summer, partying on 26th Street, mostly at the Poplar Cafe. And we got out of Dodge and we moved on. That was that's my post 20 memory of Wildwood. It was not pretty. Not pretty.
You got 2 Mile there south of the crest is good too. Yeah, there's a lot. You can do a lot. You can hit the beach. You can go to a nice restaurant. Alfie's got the Italian and the bowling combination there. Yeah, it's a good
There's
spot.
a huge event going on there this weekend.
Oh, dude, the big concert. That's like Mecca. It's like Mecca down there, man.
Dude, I'm not a big country guy, but I mean, the Barefoot Country Music Festival, Blake Shelton, Darius Rucker, Kid Rock, and
Kid Rock,
probably
baby.
another 50 underlying acts. They're Kid
Kid
Rock
Rock.
lets it rip, dude.
I just need to go and those guys are great too. But Kid Rock, dude, something about him. I love him. He's nutty. I seen him in Key West once, and then he was there like a week later off a cruise ship. I asked off the yacht, and I said, "Hey, how was Kid Rock?" He's like, "Dude, the guy could barely walk into the bar, and he got up on stage and played like four."
Uh-oh. Colin dropped the mic. Hopefully he's not dropping too many passes this fall.
Oh, there
it is. Uh-oh. He recovers quickly, though, folks.
Hold on a second.
Mic dropped at 15:35.
There we go. Now we're back.
Shout out Temple. Shout out Baller. Let's go.
Yeah. Am I speaking okay? Do I sound all right, Mick?
Yeah. But, dude, I was talking to that dude Jason about, too, because Atlantic City put on some really good concerts last summer. Like, the production behind that, dude, to put on a fucking festival at the beach. Now, granted, Wildwood's huge. It's like 5 miles of beaches. Just the surround sound itself, it's like almost putting like a Super Bowl production on. I mean, there's millions of people flocking the beach, and you pretty much can get a good vantage view of the entire concert just because I think every, 300-400 yards, there's just huge speakers, and another 300 yards, another set of huge speakers. So, yeah, Wildwood's going to be rocking this weekend.
I remember the soccer tournament. They have like the youth men, girls and boys soccer tournaments there between the two boardwalks. That's when my friend would always go down early June. They'd always have it then. There'd be like 8,000 people playing soccer on the beach. You're like, what is this? Like, it has that uniqueness for sure. And you really can get anything you want. You can go up to like North Wildwood beaches and kind of a little quieter. You can go down to, Diamond Beach area. It's a little bit quieter. You could check out a little bit, or you can be in the thick of it. Yeah. It's not.
What is the why is there the Jersey Shore? Like, if you're a Wildwood guy, you're just a Wildwood guy. If you're a Sea Isle guy, like I'm a Sea Isle guy. Although I would love to stay in Wildwood. Like I missed that motel living growing up. Your dad would find the any motel, some cheap motel, as long as it had a pool, or we could just post up, swim, drink his Budweiser cans. Like,
it always has to do with two couple of things. A, where your family started. B, who you marry. C, if there's businesses involved, right? Like that's how we got to Cape May. My family business is down there, So, but that would take B sometimes of who you marry, what your wife or what your husband's into is
for sure. Yeah. But yeah, my point is like once you're like Wildwood, you're Wildwood for life. Like there's just no pulling you out of there.
The equipment manager, former assistant equipment manager of the Carolina Panthers, now head equipment manager, who came in after the Eli Manning jersey gate. I don't know if people listening probably remember that, where they were taking Eli's jerseys out back, rubbing them in the grass, having Eli sign them, and then they were auctioning them off as game used. They're good guys too, but that's a tough one. I know him. But regardless, the guy from Carolina left and took the Giants equipment manager job. He's got a house in North Wildwood. He's there all the time. But when I went back for the Giants for a tryout later, I'm like, hey, North Wildwood. He's like, how do you know I'm North Wildwood? I'm like, yeah, little birdie told me that. He's like, dude, North Wildwood, boom, here's where I go. Bang, bang, bang. Like, I was like, this is great. And everyone's looking at the equipment room like, you know each other? I'm like, no, we just, that's what makes the Jersey Shore special. There's certain pockets in this country that are really unique. And that pocket from really all the way up, Belmar down, is a unique spot for sure.
Yeah. They're the hot. So I think you touched on it already. Just to kind of highlight some of these bars and restaurants, man. Like the nightlife in Wildwood is through the roof. Pick your poison is what I like to say. But the latest and hottest place on the island right now is the Mud Hen Brewery. And I unfortunately have not been to the Mud Hen, but just by scouting it out, I think there's been a couple Samboner reviews from the Mud Hen. The burger there is excellent, and they're brewing up some of the nicest crafty beers. Our boy Mike Gill, I think, reviewed one of their beers just recently, but just like a cool atmosphere. I've driven by it after taking the kids to the boardwalk. It's like you got the white light shining. You can see it from the main drag, and it's always buzzing. Again, the food's phenomenal. The drinks are good. Great spot right there. And just from talking to a couple other guys like the Drew of Life and Jason and Barnesy and those guys, they're just basically echoing what I just said. That place is absolutely hammering it. Shout out to the Dog Tooth, Jason Brewis again, right in the heart of Wildwood, all locally sourced like seafood, just another great atmosphere, real kid friendly. If you want to go for a dinner, a little early dinner, definitely get yourself over to the Dogtooth. Great spot. Another place that's near and dear to me is the Wharf. Shout out Durf Nega, aka Fred Hagen, my brother's real good buddy, the chili cheese dog king. He used to work at the Wharf. We used to visit him. There's been plenty of Samboner reviews over at the Wharf. That place is fucking blowing up. They got the back deck. They got the oyster raw bar. They got the inside dining. They got the out on the side. They're putting. I'm not sure if it's done. Don't hold me to this, but they had. When I was there last, there was like 4 or 5 huge piles of sand. They were making this like side beach bar area where they're going to have like live tunes, people smoking all types of barbecue. Wharf's a monster. Tons of boat slips. You can get there by boat. Just an unbelievable fucking place. Shout out Damian Lavelle, hardworking guy. And dude, rolls up his sleeves, deep frying those mott sticks, you know.
As the owner, man, you can't beat that.
Man.
You can't beat that as an owner. You're right, though. Like these great bars now, they have like bar inside, bar outside, restaurant here. You got the pool bar, all these different cool little things. No, it's cool. It's very like on the Chesapeake where I live now in Annapolis, you see a lot of that. There's like a million wharfs. Where at the Jersey Shore, it's unique. That's what makes the wharf great. Very unique.
It's like the Dovel in a way, right? You can the whole experience. Any bar that you can get there by boat,
it's great.
Is great.
My kind of bar.
Unfortunately, you can't get the Keenan. Unfortunately, you can't get the Keenans by boat, but that's probably, at the end of the day, like when you think Wildwood bars, I think the first bar that pops in my head is Keenan's. It's just a legendary spot. It's where all the neighborhoods meet, man. All the high school reunions. That place is fucking going to be rocking this summer, especially this weekend. I mean, there's just no better place. I mean, you can walk into a bar and see, several thousand people, and you probably are going to know 60% of them. And that's just what makes Wildwood, honestly, so special.
Yeah, man. We used to Uber up from there, from Cape May, tear it up, Uber back.
All right, we gotta do like a bracket, like a bar bracket system. We could do it for every island. Like I can't competition. I got to drive the Cooperstown after this, so I can't be sitting here breaking down all these bars. But let's just run down them. Like Icona, you brought up the Diamond Beach Bar, the Lazy Bass Bayside Bar and Grill. The Good Inlet, Flip Flops, like there's another raver. The Firehouse Tavern, which I was just there recently. Just a great spot. Paying homage to all the firefighters. The decor in there is fucking great. The sandwiches are awesome. The deck at the Holly Beach. What else do you got? Breakers Billiard Club, the bar at the Beach Terrace, Shamrock Beef and Ale, 2nd Street Annie, Jersey Girl Kitchen and Bar, North End American Grill, Owens Pub, Seaport Pier, Tuffanetti's, Club and Amnesia. The list goes on and on. Holy shit. I'm going to leave people out. Crest Tavern you brought up. But, dude, that is a bar town through and through, baby.
I love it, man. Yeah, I mean, that's South Jersey. I mean, they're all like something to do with Irish, something to do with, service, workers. You mentioned the Firehouse, blue collar vibes, and they're all great meeting spots. And a lot of these places, Wildwood's somewhat of a year-round town. They are open. I would say half of them at least, or a third of them. They're going to be open.
100%. I know 5 or 6 couples offhand that just moved there full time, man. Why not?
Yeah. You got Irish Weekend. Cape May's close. You can go north Atlantic City. There's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot, dude. I mean,
I think the board shut down for the most part, like the Rise.
Yeah. But there's a lot of locals down there. I work out at Hanley Strength, a great gym. If you guys are down there, Hanley Strength near the Wildwood Airport, there's a great little place, a little diner in the Wildwood Airport too. Go check that out, the Flight Deck. If you want a quick little breakfast, get out of town for a second. You got Cape May Brew, you got the Flight Deck, you got Hanley Strength, all right there. I think it's Cape May Tacos right there too. Again, this is outside of Wildwood, Rio Grande, but it's Wildwood Airport. Good spots, great place to Sambone, the Flight Deck. But I digress. See, there's
tacos.
There's a lot of locals there. Probably difference between maybe Wildwood, Cape May, a lot of year-round folks, and then you skip it all the way until you probably get to like Atlantic City. It's just kind of how it goes. But there's a lot of tons. I was shocked living down there, especially training there, like at the pool in Wildwood Crest swimming, be packed. And, March, I got Irish Weekend down there too. Have you ever done an Irish Weekend?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, they do the same thing in Sea Isle. So I've kind of been accustomed to just going to.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a shit show, man. It's a total drunk fest. Who are we kidding? I'm not hiding anything here, Samboners. Grip it and rip it, baby.
It's Thursday. We're ready to go. Might as well be Friday for Mick and I, Christ.
Oh my God! But hey, look, I mean, we're here because of the sandwiches, right? We're natural Samboners, and again, another big shout out to our friends at Stake 'em Up. They've been doing a great job there, posted up on the boardwalk. Again, delivering all around the island. Known for their breakfast pizza, like Colin said. I'm sure you could whip up a nice cheesesteak with eggs as well. They're serving lunch, dinner, ice cream. Place a visit to our good friend Mike Lane there. Stake 'em Up is holding it down, and they'll be killing it this weekend, especially during the Barefoot Country Music Festival.
Absolutely on the way out, man. Stay open late night. We're going to hit them up, Mick. They're going to be a landmark for us. Mick and I are down there July 4th week. We're going on a Samboner. If anybody wants to drive us around listening, let us know. We pay well. But Mick and I are just going to do a Samboner tour. A beer and a sandwich, a little app here, do a bunch of content. So we're excited for that. They're going to be a stop for sure. I can't wait to go to Stake 'em Up.
Sponsored by Uber or Lyft.
Can we get them?
Dude, another legendary spot in Wildwood is Russo's Market. I've had people that visit us that are natural Wildwood goers. They will go to Wildwood, visit their family, and then they'll grab a bunch of Russo's, like Italian hoagies, turkey hoagies, and bring them over. Shout out to my son, Braden, who we're going to be heading out to Cooperstown here in a second. He did an unbelievable Sambone from our back deck. It went viral. I think it caught 50,000 views on
It's a legend.
all his Sambones go viral.
They're probably sick. Everyone's sick of seeing Dad. They just want to see his son.
Who is this loser? Give the mic back to the kid already.
Yeah, Christ.
But Russo's is legendary. Dude, fresh onto the scene this year. Shout out Steve's Princess Steaks, making their way into Wildwood, New Jersey. I mean, it doesn't get any more fitting for a place like Steve's Princess Steaks to start a new location in Wildwood. I mean, let's look at it. There was the comedian guy. No offense to anybody, but Wildwood is people from the Northeast go to Wildwood and treat it like it's Las Vegas.
Yeah. Dude, you're that guy. He's like, yeah, I flew in today and my Dodge Ram was a no hubcap. I love that. That's a great skit. That thing goes viral because
that was gold, dude. That was a gold skit. But yeah, man, lots of other places. Five Girl Sandwich Shop, I heard, is amazing. Shout out to Primo's, friends of the Samboner Show. They do an unbelievable job. They're pretty much in every island at this point. Classic sandwiches, Poppy's Brick Oven, Surf and Pig. I mean, Samboner, baby. Let's go. Take a look. Take a bite.
And add to that Wildwood's barbecue. Now you can get a barbecue sandwich there. You can get anything you want there. You saw my Sambone that came out this week. I thought I was getting one tray of food. And then all of a sudden, it became chaos. And they just kept pumping me full of food. The place is spectacular. I'm telling you, that's all I'm going to say. We've talked about it a ton here. Wildwood's Barbecue. The place is first class. Dave and Joel, they were on our show last week. The guys absolutely kill it. Their food's great. They have the huge smoker in the back. The brisket, to make mass quantity brisket and have it taste that good is ridiculous. The pulled pork, the way they have attention to detail, it's cool inside. It's in a great location. So check out Wildwood's Barbecue. Mick, I think we're on to breakfast.
Yeah, man, you're the breakfast boy. I don't eat breakfast.
What?
Sometimes I'll have a nice little egg sandwich, but nah, man, I suffocate for the morning.
That's your way
all the booze I drank last night.
Water up. Listen, there's no better thing than being down the Jersey Shore for me, Mick. Getting out of bed. Everyone's still hurting a little bit. They're dragging their feet. All right, I'm going to breakfast. Anybody want to come? Well, no, I'm going to breakfast. Anybody want to come? And I sit down at some diner, some mom and pop shop, and you have just the old kind of vibe. That's what I love. And it's my favorite thing to do at the shore. Get on the bike, drive to breakfast. Great spots in Wildwood, of course. Got the original hot spot. You got Pompeo's, McCoy's Coffee House and Cereal Bar, Bagel Time Cafe. They got a great one in
Barry's Buns. Don't forget Barry's Buns.
Barry's Buns, baby. Uncle Bill's, they're all over. Bagel Time Cafe, they have one in Cape May. I just said that. Key West Cafe, you got Wolf Fox Cafe, Aloha Cafe, Fractured Prune. That was a cool little spot. Love checking them out online. Marvin's Diner, Vegas Diner. Really, again, something better than that South Jersey Diner. I love it.
Another bracket play. I'm sure you could put all those spots up in a little 8-man bracket and see who comes out on top.
Mick, I have my official order when I go to a place, a cheesesteak and a hoagie. My official order at breakfast.
Special, baby.
That's it. The CT special at breakfast is an omelet, big old omelet, side of pork roll, and then a small stack of pancakes. Absolutely. Just getting to work. Start the day off. Got to sop up from last night and got to get the carbs up so I can keep my weight up so I can continue to play football. Mick, pizza, baby. I talked about it.
Time to talk a little pizza. I'm going to get a little cheesy here, Samboner, so just bear with me.
No pun intended.
Because I think there's a lot of nostalgia here when it comes to pizza. Like you mentioned before, man, like Wildwood is like New York, right? Like people go to eat the pizza, and the first two you think of, or just in my opinion, are Sam's and Max. But let's start out with the Samboner Barnes, Jason Barnes, Wildwood Catholic. Through and through, Mr. Wildwood himself coming in with the top 5 pizza spots. Number 1, Sam's. Number 2, Max. Number 3, Carini's. Number 4, A and LP. And number 5, Santucci's. Santucci's, I believe, is I don't know. I wonder when they came onto the island. I actually do not know that. But the Wildwood Barbecues boys, that was their top spot too, Santucci's. But let's just talk about the 2 legendary spots on the boardwalk. You got Max and Sam's. Max, Neapolitan pizza on the boardwalk for 65 years, thanks to the help of 3 generations of family. All right, so I'm just going to get cheesy here. I pulled this from their site, but I think this is stuff that people need to just put into perspective and have that appreciation for 2 legendary spots like this. Max opened Wildwood Pizza in 1953 with the help of his father, Anthony Macrone, or other words, Tony Mac, who made the tomato pie in Trenton. As the family succeeded to grow in the Jersey Shore, Tony Mac's cousin, Frank Manco, joined a few years later, launching the iconic Mac and Manco in Ocean City, according to Mac's Pizza of Stone Harbor. Mac and Manco's eventually became Manco and Manco. Just a little true facts, right? Just, again, cheesing out here, Samboner, so bear with me. And then Sam's. Sam's is another legendary spot. Sam's has been doing this for as long as I can remember, probably another 65 years. No dishwasher, paper plates only. I mean, just like grass, bare roots, doing his thing. Sam Sparrow, like many Italian Americans, came to the United States looking for a better life. Tell me about it. Moving from the small town of Vilba, Sicily, Sam and his wife, Anna, immigrated to Trenton, New Jersey in 1951. Hard times meant hard work, and Sam found himself juggling up 2 jobs to support the new American family of 5. In the spring of 1957, Sam was asked by a friend to take a drive down to the seashore town of Wildwood. With an abundance of sunshine, a cool ocean breeze, beautiful white beaches, and a 3-mile-long boardwalk packed with, I thought I was going to say throngs of visitors walking upon its planks, Sam knew immediately this is where he wanted to start a business. It was that summer Sam started his Wildwood Boardwalk business adventure, and he never looked back. That, my friends, is the American dream, and that's why we go to the Jersey Shore. That's why we sit on the back deck and have cocktails with our friends, to think big, to dream big, to leave your fucking cell phone in your suitcase and hang out with the ones that mean the most. And that's why we're doing this show, and that's why there's so much love and nostalgia in Wildwood, New Jersey. New Jersey, the beach.
Boom. Watch the tram car.
All right, please. I'm done geeking out.
That's it. I love it though, Nick. Don't ever apologize for being authentic. We need more of it in this freaking world. And that's why the Samboner Show has 10,000.
But I just have appreciation for that kind of stuff. And maybe one day I can tell a similar story in 40 years.
You will,
what that will be, we're going to find out this summer, Colin. We're going to find out this summer.
It's going to hit you right in the face. May take a couple cocktails and a couple nights out. Figure it out. Hey, this Samboner tour. Who wants to come? We might as well get a party bus at this juncture.
Yeah.
We're going to start in Sea Isle and just work our way south, or if we start down south and work our way north.
Oh my God. But yeah, man, just another shout out to some other places, Santucci's, Three Brothers, Olympic Flame, Romeo's. Alex's Pizza, Joe's Pizzeria, Sal's Pizza, Hotspot 4, Angelo's Pizza, La Vecchia, Pyro's, Little Nicky's, Mr. D. I'm sure we left a couple off the table.
Tell us where we're wrong, folks.
Tell us where we're wrong. This is just, again, a couple guys trying to have fun, paying a little homage to an unbelievable place in Wildwood, New Jersey, where we share a ton of great memories.
No doubt, man. It really is a great spot. I have fond memories from it as well. And folks, stay tuned for what's next with the show. Mick's doing Cooperstown. That we're going to feature Cooperstown, do a Cooperstown episode too. We're going to try to pay respect to all these small businesses and successful bigger ones, and keep a really strong integrity of our list. And Mick and I take serious here of the places that we want to shout out on the show. So Cape May's coming soon. Obviously, I've talked enough about that place. Christ, we got. We've already done South Philly. We've already done Delco, 2 major food meccas. Who knows what next will be? But stay tuned. Appreciate your support of the show, because without you guys, there is no us. And it's been a blast growing this thing and having fun with Mickey and the Samboner. So anything from you, Mick, before you wrap up?
Yeah, no, big thanks to everybody who supported this show. Again, we keep it light. We try to be as authentic as possible. But again, enjoy the Jersey Shore this summer, or wherever you're looking to venture, because that's it, man. School is out. The guns are out. I think, Colin, I told you we need to do an episode, because the summer hit me so fast, I forgot to get in shape for it. I know you're gearing up for another season. I'm going to gearing up for more paddleball on the beach.
That's what my wife keeps saying. She's like, when you're done, you'll see how hard it is. I'm like, it's not hard to work out. Well, yeah, no shit. It's my job. So...
Oh my God. But man, that's all I got. Keep it short, keep it brief. Hope everybody enjoys the show. Continue to tune in. We got some Call to the Bullpen sessions coming up. Mondays with Mick have been a ton of fun.
Yeah, tune into Mondays with Mick. If you're listening to this for the first time, folks, it's 15, 20 minutes with Mick, of Mick just unloading from the weekend, trying to get himself back to equilibrium to start the week. That's really what it is. And it's fantastic. Check it out.
I'll be doing it fresh from a motel in Cooperstown, New York on Monday. So
what are you looking forward to in Cooperstown, Mick, as we wrap up?
Man, I'm just looking forward to just getting a total load of just baseball knowledge and baseball history. It's a nostalgic town. I've never been to the Baseball Hall of Fame. So I'm sure I'll probably go there twice, one alone, one with the kid. But no, just looking forward to watching him play and grow and have fun with his buddies. And, there's not really much I'm going to be able to do. Just, scour the town, drop a couple Sambones, check out the Hall of Fame, and root on my
Warrior 3. Guys, I hope everyone has a safe summer. I'll be cooking up big time. We got a brisket this weekend. We got oysters Rockefeller. We got crawfish etouffee. We got chicken and sausage jambalaya. We got a lot of stuff, man. So I'm going to be my first episode. It'll be my first episode of Food Drinks Football, which is kind of a cooking show. I've always been working up, kind of making some cocktails, orange crushes. So excited for the weekend ahead. Everyone enjoy the summer. Hit Wildwood, man. Hit that whole South Jersey. So much fun. Uber. Stop driving. Be safe. And hope everyone has a great weekend.
Take a look. Take a bite.
Samboner out.
Samboner out.